Ever since Lexus first rolled out the IS, it's been one of the Toyota luxury division's premier models. More than 1 million in 3 generations have been sold globally in 17 years. This Lexus was developed especially for the European market, and now it's been given a makeover. Car tester Ines Petri says the IS's facelift only changed a few small details. A touch or two on the exterior, a new concept for the switches, and a new safety package. Also new is the suspension. It gives the driver a more direct contact with the road and makes driving a bit more fun. We tested the hybrid model, the 300H. It currently accounts for a good 90% of all IS sales. Whether hybrid or turbo gasoline variants, the facelift hasn't affected the powertrain. But enhanced aerodynamics have reduced average fuel consumption by a marginal 1/10 of a liter per 100 kilometers. The axles, shocks, and chassis have been retuned for a stiffer suspension. This is the principal difference to its predecessor. This, together with new software for the variable gear ratio steering, adds up to more responsive steering. The F-Sport variant we tested also features adaptive suspension. Ines recalls that the suspension and the road feedback had always been subject to criticism, so it was a good decision for the engineers to start there. Now, she's glad to be testing the sports variant with the sports suspension, and she can't find anything about the road feedback or the steering to complain about. It responds to her very directly and leaves her with a positive impression. On the outside, only a few details have been changed. The spindle-shaped grille's waistline has shifted upwards, and the visual focal point moved downwards. The air intakes and running lights are new, and a little removed from the headlights. The head and tail light technology is entirely in LEDs now. Ines explains that the car's Japanese soul is expressed in tiny details and described by the term takumi, which means high craftsmanship. She points out the leather dashboard over the instrument cluster with decorative stitching, and the wooden applications worked with a special kind of laser technology. Lexus IS also has a new 10.3-inch display, and the adaptive suspension brought with it an additional mode allowing the driver to set the car's character according to personal preferences. Ines recognizes the little joystick from the last version of the vehicle, but the 2 enter buttons left and right are new. They send off whatever the operator enters. The idea is to make it more intuitive and easier to operate. Ines has a positive overall impression of the facelift on every point. She thought the design of the front had always been fairly offbeat, and now it's even more so. The concept for the controls has simplified them, a noticeable improvement, and the suspension makes driving more fun. So all in all, she'd call it a success. In Germany, the new Lexus IS 300H starts at about €38,500.